Facebook and the e-commerce marketing funnel. Now, Facebook has become a chaotic mix of business and personal updates. We're all aware of the changes that they're going through, and most of us have even seen the transition from Facebook just being about our friends to now being one of the biggest marketing areas out on the web for businesses. Now, the way they've jumbled together personal and business updates has now required us to have a new kind of marketing funnel to lead visitors through for better conversions. You can't just expect to convert these visitors by posting links to products on your page. That's obvious. We're not about to dive into why you shouldn't post products on your page because we know that's not going to convert. But what we do know is that they need to be courted through the process now more than ever. We need to create a relationship with our fans before trying to sell them. Now, because of Facebook's declining reach, it's not good enough to just post interesting content and expect to grow your fan base. That used to be the best method to go about. But now you need to spend ad dollars to target specific groups of new fans. I just said you have to spend money. Now, for a lot of people, they think, well, I don't have a budget. I don't want to spend money on getting new fans or bringing people to my website from Facebook. But in all reality, the entrepreneurs that I talk to these days, the majority of them are buying their traffic. We have to look at this through a new lens. It's a new medium out there. It is part of our marketing funnel as we move forward. So coming to grasp with the fact that we have to spend money on Facebook now needs to be part of the solution. I have a Facebook fan acquisition funnel I'm about to walk you through, and it's going to show you how to do this the best possible way to ensure that you're actually getting a return on your money. Because if there's one thing you're going to learn through this course, it's that you're not going to spend money unless you get it back. There's no need just to throw away money like we're sometimes told to do just to build branding or to build top of mind awareness. All of that is good, but we are here to generate cold hard cash. We need to make money. So to increase your revenue, to increase your conversion, to bring more people to your website, we need to be thinking about what are the things that we can do to get the highest return on our investment. And when you say that, what is an investment? It is time and it is money. Sometimes it's going to be actual money that we're paying to Facebook or to Google or wherever, and other times it's just time that we're putting into these strategies. Now let's dive into the Facebook fan acquisition funnel. Number one, out of the 4 things that we're going to focus on, number 1 is fans hear about your product. How are they going to hear about your product? Is it Facebook ads? Is it a guest post? Is it your fans sharing your posts or fans engaging with your content? Now, there's no way around it. Like we've said, if you want to build a serious audience on Facebook, it's nearly impossible to do this organically. You need to pony up, put some marketing dollars into it, and start to pursue this ad model. Now, the first thing to do before dedicating a portion of your marketing budget and efforts towards Facebook is actually to take a look at the end of your acquisition funnel as it currently stands. Where is it leaking? Do you have leaks in your funnel? Here are a few surefire signs of funnel leaks. Now, if your goal is using Facebook to build your email list, when was the last time you actually looked at your email strategy to ensure that people are on your email list have a good chance of actually converting them? They come and sign up, they get on your email list, and what is the conversion rate from them actually coming to your website and purchasing? Taking that a step further is how is your website converting? Not only your email list, but your website. The last thing you want to do is to acquire customers through Facebook on your email list, only to have them drop off along the way because one part of your conversion strategy was weak. So we really need to identify what is the weak part of the funnel and fix that before we start paying for ads to increase our traffic to our website. Number 2 is giving your fans a reason to like your page. Now, what can your fans expect to do after they've liked your page? Some questions to ask are, what are they going to gain from liking your page? Will they receive special discounts? Will they be the first to know about new products that your e-commerce store is offering? Can they get great customer support on your page? Is this a place where your customers can be involved in creating your next product or helping you come up with a new product line or new suppliers to work with? This can be a huge resource for you, but giving them a purpose for liking your page is really the number 1 concern here. If you have an existing page, you can look through the most popular ways your customers are getting involved by checking out your most popular post in the analytics portion of your Facebook page and figuring out exactly what fans like the most about what you're putting out. So you'll see areas where it has the highest engagement or highest comments and click-through rates, and you'll know this is what people are actually interested in. So convey the page's value in your call to actions. With what you learn from these Facebook analytics, use that as a motivation for more people to get involved. Convey the page's value in your call to actions to like the page, and do this by pinning posts to the top to increase the value proposition on the top of your page. So when people come, they're like, I really like this content. And really all you've done is taken from your analytics what you learned that people did like, and you made sure to do more of it. And occasionally you'll have a featured post that you're going to pin to the very top of your page, of your wall. Number 3 is once they're a fan, engage them. Give your fans a reason to like, comment, and share your post. Many times you'll hear you want your fans to like, know, and trust you. That's if they're coming to your website, coming to your brick and mortar store, and it even comes down to coming to your Facebook page. We're trying to get people to really understand why they need to find value in what we're promoting, what we're saying, what we're sharing. And so if you think about the like, know, and trust, how are we going to get them to do that? Because that's going to ultimately create the most engagement from our fans out there. Because it's going to require some creativity on your part, because you're not only competing with all the other companies on Facebook, but you're now competing, or not now, but you've always been competing with personal updates. So huge milestones in people's lives, birthdays, anniversaries, babies being born. That's happening while you're putting out content about your business or sharing something that you find valuable to your fan base. What is the marriage going to be between putting your content out versus all of the other personal updates that are happening? So we need to think about how we're going to engage our fans while everything else still exists on Facebook. So how are we going to really build into the mix? Now, number 4 is actually moving fans from participating on your Facebook page to purchasing. This is actually where we start making the money from our Facebook fans. And this is the final step in this process, because it really takes us from, okay, we know we need to engage our fans. We know that we're going to be a voice in the mix of everything else happening on Facebook. But now how are we going to get them to participate off of Facebook and come to my website and purchase a product? And I mentioned earlier that we don't often push product on our Facebook pages. However, there is a time and a place to do that. Because if you're never pushing any product at all and you're only pushing other content or updates that only live on Facebook, then if you think about it, there's really no way that they're going to make it over to your website. And there's a formula for this. We don't want to be promoting too much of our own stuff. You really want to keep promotional updates to a minimum of 10 to 20% of what you're putting out on Facebook. So don't spend the majority of the time telling people about the products, showing them links to your website for products. We want to just do that a small bit of the time. So we've learned about why to engage them, how to engage them, knowing that we're in the mix of all these other conversations. And one of the best ways to reach people, especially when it comes to pushing your product, is going to be targeting your existing fans through Facebook ads. So don't be afraid of setting up an ad or promoting or boosting a post that is targeting your fan base, telling them about a product or telling them about something new that you're coming out with. That's okay to do. Now, another type of conversion is using Facebook as a half step in the sales process. There's a supplement company that we often work with, and they know that their Facebook page is a great way to acquire new fans and educate them, but their email list is called their inner circle, and this is much better at converting fans into buyers. So this company gives their inner circle fans first dibs on new products before they even hit the stores. And this is an excellent way to incentivize them for joining their list. So take for example, you have 500 fans on Facebook. How can we get these fans to either purchase a product or join our email list? Because over time, we're going to find that email is going to be a lot easier to convert. So how do we get them over there? And so this is a great example to build an incentive plan to where call it your inner circle, your VIP guests, whatever it might be, and they get first dibs on specials. And you can come up with a bunch of other ways to do that, but remember that only a small percentage of people see your updates on Facebook. So it makes more sense to gradually move them to your email list where you know you have control over their attention. You can customize the buying environment and schedule when you want them to see certain things. You know, on Facebook, you might post something at 4 p.m. They might not see it until 6 p.m. What if the sale ends at 5 p.m.? So you have an option to do that with email. I know that's a pretty aggressive schedule, but I'm just trying to give you an exact example of why getting them out of Facebook ultimately is the goal. However, there's nothing wrong with Facebook. We see a lot of money come from Facebook, and so we don't ignore it. I mean, everyone's on Facebook. So Facebook's not the bad guy. They are starting to build ad models that will affect businesses, but overall Facebook's not a bad place to be. But end goal, get them on an email list. Okay, now it's time to go through some action items on the Facebook fan acquisition funnel. This will be really quick, but what you need to do now is determine what content resonates best with your customers for each of the different stages. So we learned about 4. We learned about the gathering, the proving, the engaging, and the selling. Think about how you can test content in each of these different areas that would bring the highest level of engagement to your customers. So the goal here is to really find what resonates the most with your fans at each stage of the acquisition funnel. Test it out, find out what works, apply as much pressure you can to what works until you find something else. And then it's kind of like chasing rabbits in a way, because you're going to learn that your users might do really well with questions on Facebook versus sharing, where another page might do really well with sharing but not really good with their users answering the questions that they ask. And a lot of that comes with training them as well. But for this, it's just figuring out what's working and what's not working. And with what's working, let's apply more pressure to it. You'll see huge results when you do that. So that's the quick action item for the Facebook fan acquisition funnel. We'll see you in the next module.